Hey everybody. Ooh, I need to scoot over. There we go. Hey everybody. Welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today we are getting into Street Fighter, the miniature game. Like I said before in a previous stream, I've had this game for a while. It delivered a long time ago, and I still haven't unboxed it. So I'm gonna unbox it today with you all. And this will be a quick stream for us to get into this and go through. I hope you've enjoyed the lovely intro cinematic, and there was a lot of nostalgia. So we're gonna get into the game. We're gonna unbox some good stuff, and we're gonna see what's there. So, what's going on, Steven? What's going on? So, all right. Before we begin, I want to say thank you to my Patreons. I appreciate you so much, and thank you to my YouTube subscribers. I have the demo playthrough on Wednesday night with Roger Deering for Solar Crusade mode. And then as soon as that's done, I'm going to schedule it for the week after for us to do the 600 sub stream playing Solar Crusade mode of Dungeon Crusade. And I'm going to do it during the day, not late at night like this, because it will be forever. So I'm going to do it during the day, and we're going to spread it out to lovely, lovely time, and we'll have fun. Hey, Tara, what's going on? Pull up a chair, pull up a chair. So, to get into the fun, Street Fighter. Everybody knows Street Fighter. Everybody's played Street Fighter. Jasco Games made a Street Fighter miniature games where the miniatures came painted. I have not opened this box, and there are painted minis in here for us to go through. And I have the stretch goals. I've got the boss expansion, but I didn't get the like Alpha 2, Street Fighter 3 miniatures part of it. I just got Street Fighter, the bosses, and whatever came in the Kickstarter extras, plus some extra dice, because who doesn't like dice? So, cool. Hurrah! Alright, so let's get into it. Let's get some information, then we'll get down on the table. Okay, so Street Fighter, the miniature game, came out this year, 5 months ago, and my shame is that I didn't unbox it. But hey, Big Sly, what's going on, man? How's it going? Pull up a chair. Alright, so Street Fighter miniature game came out this year. Outwit, outmaneuver, and combo your foes as your favorite Street Fighter characters. It says 2 to 6 players. Best played, community says 2 to 4, best played 2 to 3. Yes, you can play with everybody playing. However, the community has created solo rules, and that's the reason why I was hesitant on opening this game when it first came out, because there wasn't solo play, right? But the community has created solo play. They've got a lot of it, and I'm going to now be learning this so that I can play it soon on the channel, which will be fun. 30 to 90 minutes. Never played it. Says 14 plus, but an 8-year-old can play this game and have a good time. An 8-year-old, so that's great. The weight's about a 2.13, so mildly complex, but not too bad. You know, it's less than Matches of Madness, so it's not bad. So, which will be great. Designed by Alex and Joe from Angry Joe, and great group of artists that worked on it, and published by Jasco Games, which is great. All right, so let's get down to the table. Let's see some opening. And because it's in the foil, you're actually going to see my fans spinning on some of them, which is funny. As you can see my fans spinning right here? Yeah. Now you notice it. Okay, so we've got the base game here. Pretty thick box. And like I said, the minis come painted. So if you're like, well, all these beautiful miniatures to paint, they come painted already for you, which is fantastic. And we flip it over, and it looks like we have a set of fighters on here to start with. So 14 plus versus 30 minutes, multiplayer 15 minutes per player, 2 to 6. Street Fighter, the miniature game, is an exciting, high-quality, pre-painted miniature board game that uses Universal Tactics system. The system allows 2 to 6 players to simulate fights across Street Fighter's iconic roster by controlling their favorite characters, playing cards from 40-card character special battle tech, and rolling dice to determine attacks and defense results. Sweet. So it comes with one rule book, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minis, and that doesn't cover the whole roster. 252 cards, 6 player dials, 24 tokens, 8 battle dice, 1 double-sided game board, Martial Arts Dojo 3D terrain, and Air Force 3D terrain, as we get into the wonderful wonderfulness. So let's no longer see my fan by me actually opening this game. Sweet. See? Now you can't see it anymore. Alrighty. Get the plastic off. And pop it open. Maybe. Maybe I'll pop it open. Oh my gosh, I can't get it. There we go. Got it. Okay, so we've got the Street Fighter rulebook. It has a table of contents. Winner number 1. Is it a full-on winner with an index? Let's see. So just kind of a turn sequence on the back. Okay. Some diagrams of the stages to set up. A glossary that breaks down terms, which is great. And then different game variants that are on here. But like I say, solo players, tag team mode, 3-on-3 mode if you want to play it, free for all, power up mode. All these different rules. The art book looks pretty decent. I haven't read through it yet to say if it's worth a damn, but it looks pretty good from what I've seen so far. So it tells you how to do setup, how attack sequences work with some really great art. Sagat kicking butt. Zangief going through it. So that'll be good stuff. We've got some looks like player tokens, continues. I love it. And then the 3D terrain of the trees that come on here. Take in notes. I am not a pro. So it looks like you get stuff from those continues if you flip them over. You get an extra action or something terrible happens. Looks like fire. We've got some more 3D terrain, and yes, there is 3D terrain. You split these two trees together, and it makes it's make a stand for it. So some more for the trees. This whole thing you put together, so it's like the missile from Guile's level, the missile rack, and there's 2 of those that you put together. Some more trees and boxes, and you can throw people through things and break them, causing them damage in this game. So lots of stuff, and this looks like yeah, this is the stage. Oh, and look at the minis. We're not looking at the minis yet. Don't look at them. Don't look at them. All right, so this is the stage board. So this is the dojo here, and I'll just kind of whisk it around so you can see. And then if you flip it over, it's the Air Force Base. So different stages for you to play. Then we get to the minis. Oh my god, look at them. Get out. Ooh, they are in there. And they are painted. Hey, Brian S., how's it going? Let's see if I can make it focus. I apologize. I'm looking at the minis. I'm looking at the minis. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. And there's some pretty decent sized minis too, and they come painted. So Ken doing his Shoru Reppa. Man, this looks amazing. Painting this would have been amazing, but still, it looks really great. There's that guy. Ryu. So doing the Hadouken. Building it up. And this stuff feels sturdy. It's not flimsy at all. It's pretty sturdy. And very well painted. And the game comes pre-painted. So you don't have to worry about painting anything up. So it looks fantastic. Good. Get out of here. Come on, girl. There we go. Chun-Li. These are solid, man. Look, these things are solid. Brian's lesson has paid off. I wish I could paint like this. This is amazing work. So there's that. Zangief. Muscle. You win with muscle. There we go. This is one of my favorite characters to play when I play the game. For the tiger uppercut. Sagat. Well, and the shading and everything is just on point. With the wispy stuff. Oh, they're channeling Sidene. So it looks really great. And then we got the Spanish assassin, Vega. Spaniard. And it looks like, and he is leaning to the side, but it's not because it's broken, it's actually the pose that they put him in. So all you gotta do is knock off his claw, and then Vega becomes all but useless. All but useful. He's just useless after he loses his claw. We know the secret. So those are the ones that come with the base game. They've got these health dials that look like there's the power meter that builds up that you spin here, and then the health that's up here saying that it's knocking you down to KO status. And it looks like you get 6 of them. So you can, out of the box, play a 6-player game out of the box. You get some dice that comes with it. I bought some more dice because who can live without dice? This looks like the card resolution. I've got like a new method coming in because holding up cards to the cameras drive me nuts. Yeah, so this is the 6 of them that tells each player how to do stuff. On this side, it says reveal triggers, damage triggers that does stuff. So there's triggers, there's counters. I am not taking credit for that. I'm not taking credit for the paint job. So as you're playing, you can actually counter someone and injure them back. You can throw them. You can do so many different things. So there's a lot of combos in this game. This game is about combos. And each player has their deck. Zangief has his. Sagat, Vega, Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li. So all of them come with their decks. And I'll pop open Sagat's because Sagat's awesome. And I'll pop open Ken's, but they're usually all the same. Well, not all the same. They all have different abilities, but... And that's... Anyway, I'm talking too much. Here we go. You'll open up this. Okay. So let's talk about card quality first. So it's got like this nice little glare to it. To these ones. I don't know if you can see it. You see it? You see the glare? So it's got like this little, and there's a picture of Ryu on it that you can see right there. So it's got that on there, but the card itself, it's not that great. It's not that great. It's regular cardstock. It just has that type of sheen on the back, but it's just regular cardstock. So this says that he has. Let's see if I can make it show up. Don't worry, my new update, so you don't have to keep going through. This is coming soon. I just ordered it today. So he can move 3. He has a starting health of 26. His ultra is Tiger Destruction. Charge 2. 7. He rolls 7 attack dice, and he can stun. After this attack resolves, move Sagat up to 2 spaces. So when you build up meter and you get enough charge to execute this, you can fire it, and then it goes crazy. A little bit of backstory in the back. So he's got his cards, which are Quick Tiger Shot, all of those. Fierce Tiger Shot, which is all the same card. Standing Roundhouse, Low Kick. Ooh, everyone who's played it hates that. Tiger Knee, or Tiger Elbow. Step Kick. There's the Tiger Rage. Tiger Carry. Tiger Uppercut. And there's the Tiger Knee. So they all come with images that breaks it down. An Angry Scar, which is a defense. So it says free action. Event. The next attack card you play this turn gets +2 dice and poke. Whatever. I guess you get to poke people. So this is a response card. So it says Imposing Shadow. Play when an opponent resolves a move action. Move the same number of spaces in any direction and draw a card. Mocking laughter. Need for revenge. Eye for an eye. Tiger genocide. And then action, bait, 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 bait. Focus attack and focus attack. So I believe you get these cards, you draw a set, and then you play those. In the single player mode, from what I've seen so far, there's an AI aspect of this where you don't know what the AI is drawn. You just kind of draw from the deck and put it to the side. And then when it's the AI's turn, you get to see and you try to counter what you think is going to happen. So it's kind of like a rock, paper, scissors thing. But they do, and I think that's what this all breaks down to, but they do different things. So he has that. And let's take a look at 10. Like I said, the art on the cards is beautiful. The back of the cards look good, but the quality of the cards, sleeve these immediately when should you choose to buy it. That's all I'm gonna say, because the card quality is just, you see me bending it. I know I'm making a lot of people nauseous and sick, but you see how easy it is to bend them. So sleeve them immediately. He's got Fierce Hadouken, Quick Hadouken, Thunder Kick, Inazuma Kick, forward step kick, Hell Wheel Roll, seeing that, shoulder throw, Shoryuken, Hurricane Kick, whatever he said, whatever he says when he does it, Relentless Assault, Rush Down, Something to Fight For, this is his family, The Rich Kid, Ken's Huge Ego, Violent Hadou, Shoryurepa, bait cards, and focus attack cards. So it looks like all of them have bait cards, whatever that equates to. Let's see. Dice. Talk about dice. So these are the dice down here. So on these dice, it's once again, it's kind of like when I played Wrath of the Lich King, where there was no miss. It's just kind of a punch and a block, a punch, double punch, and meter. So you gain some meter. So if you roll and you don't get to hit them, at least you get something. You can block an attack, you can gain meter, you can build up to your ultra combo. So these are the dice. The dice, they're average dice. They're average dice that are on here. They don't have any feel other than any regular dice that you've had before. So they're average dice, but these symbols on here are not stickers. The symbols that are on these are not stickers. They are engraved into the dice, which is good. Sleeving just caused me heaving. So it's pretty good on there. Yeah, and the more dice you roll, the harder your punch. So you definitely want to build up stuff so you can do that. I'll put that. So that is the base. Like I said, there's nothing too crazy with it. Let me let's go to the... I bought the boss expansion, which should be coming painted. I mean, I needed Bison and Akuma. Akuma is my favorite. Oh, I didn't even put these back. I'll put this back later. Okay. We got the boss expansion, which basically Street Fighter the miniature game boss expansion includes everything you need to introduce extremely powerful boss characters. This expansion also includes the boss mode game rules, in which one player controls the boss in a battle against a team of 3 rival players. Includes 2 high-quality pre-painted miniatures, which is Bison and Akuma. Goes in there. If I can open this one properly, there we go. Alright, so The book once again has a table of contents. And then this is if you want to expand your game. This was what I was talking about. So I didn't buy Alpha, Third Strike, 4 or 5. I didn't get any of those, but you can if you want. So they've done all the Street Fighter miniatures. And yes, that's Dan doing Dan's Dojo lessons for $5. How you put the miniature pieces together, what the boards look like, and then Nemesis mode, stage diagrams, how you want to set it up. Boss mode, so it tells you how to play it. Game components, so it's a shorter book that goes through it. What else we got? We've got the trees. The trees, man. Coming out of the trees. Okay, we've got the cart and the table you can throw people to. Do not look at those miniatures. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna cover it so you can't see. There you go. No miniature looking. We get a new board, which is this area. And this area, which looks like Chun-Li's stage. Alright, you ready for the minis? Here we go. All this box. Anyway. So we've got Bison. This game is based on Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. So the cape all painted. Psycho power flowing around him. Okay, I'll stop. This is what happens when you give a kid a toy, right? He's gonna play with it. And Akuma. Ooh, this one's kind of loose here. Ooh, that's scary. I gotta be careful with that. This one's because it's tied only to the ground, and then it does this wisp around, but it's still really loose, which is scary. This one's a little bit more solid. So is that. Oop, not that one. That one's not solid at all. But he's building up the Dark Hado. There it is. And at the back of his shirt, here's the symbol. The symbol, everybody knows who's played the game against Akuma. You've seen it. You felt it. Akuma's meter. Bison's meter. So this is the boss challenge card deck, as well as Bison's card deck, Nightmare Booster. And there is two Akuma decks. First printing. So I guess one's for if you're boss and one if for not. Like if you're going against boss challenge for those. So that's what comes with that. And if you bought that and you're like, that only came with 2 minis, what the heck? Well, those are the only 2 main bosses. So far, though, of the Street Fighter bosses to fight, we've run across Bison and Sagat and Vega. Which means my man Balrog isn't in here. Where could he be? Let's see. Let's see if Balrog is in here. So this is the stretch goals from the Kickstarter. Oh my gosh, this thing's teeming with minis. Hold on. I don't want to rip the box. There we go. There's the car bonus level. What does that look like? That looks like this. That's what that looks like. It looks like this. It's stickers. So it looks like that as you beat up the car. So there's car tiles that you can build up, and you build up around it. So the car bonus stage, you get to break the car and beat it up, as you remember. Boxer rule variant. So it looks like there's some different variances of it. Number of players. What? 257 plus. What is happening? So circuits to go through, and then you get the arcade that you can build out. The arcade cabinet. Minis! So this also includes the characters from Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter, which is, let's pop that off. We got my man, the man I was looking for, Balrog. All painted, man. This is actually a pretty decent value for this game for what you get. And these miniatures are... Come on, get out of there. Wow, they are really stuck in there. I've got Cammy. Goken. This is the man who taught Ryu and Ken how to fight. Goken. Don't break it. Oh, I'll break him, all right. Oh, no. So that's Goken. I gotta make sure I put them back in there properly. Oh my gosh. There we go. We've got Violent Ryu, so this is when he's consumed by the Dark Hadou. Violent Ryu. DJ. You got DJ from Super Street Fighter. She's missing some green paint. If I break these minis, I'd be so sad. So there's DJ. And these were all the unlocked stretch goals. Guile. So I don't know if you'll have to, if you're buying these after, I don't know if you'll have to pay extra for these, but these came with the Kickstarter. Was this Kickstarter all in MSRP available now? I'll get it. I'll pull that up. I'll pull that up, Dan, so you can check it out. So there's the minis for this, him doing his Sonic Boom. I'll pull all that up. All right. This one scares me. I'm scared of this one because it's E Honda. He's wedged in there, so I can't get him out. T-Hawk. So him doing his rise to the sky. It looks like he's frozen, but nope, that's just power. VOI. VOI, FYI? I don't know what VOI means, Meryl. Did something go wrong? Did something break? Can y'all hear me okay? There's a Street Fighter Cup if you win. Yay. And this is Violent Ken. Oh no! It broke! Oh, it broke coming out! One leg, and look at that! It came right off! Oh my god. I can get it back on. Wow, that was fragile. Oh no! Alright, I'm not gonna try to force him out. I gotta fix that. That's gonna drive me insane. Oh no! So he broke. Duct tape. Yeah, I got some clear clear mini glue, like the really real adhesive strong stuff. I'll get him back on there. That's not a problem. That's just sad. Yeah, I can get him back on there. So that is them. Somebody's not in properly and I'm scared I'm gonna break something. So I'm gonna be careful of that. And then what do we have over here? So that's the arcade cabinet that you put together. They spent an entire sheet of paper for that. Okay. This looks like Ryu's stage that you get on Fight. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That is what I'm gonna have to do. And there are more minis in here that I'm not gonna pull out and break, but I will lift them up so you can see them. There's also another mini. Oh, this is the car break stage. So the mini car break stage. There's that. His meter. And then these are the parts of the car. So let me see how this works. All right. Okay. All right. So you get to attack different parts of the car to try to break it down. Looks like. There you go. You put the car together, and as you start beating up stuff on it, I guess you flip these over. So this breaks, goes back here. I don't know why they just didn't double-side it. Then these two swap. Yeah, that's weird. Why didn't it just double-side it? Why do I have to flip these two over? That's strange. Then it goes to that. And as you knock pieces off, boom. Okay. I'll hold these up because I'm not gonna... And these are all their cards. So let me pull this out and hold these up so you can see these minis. I will not be breaking any more minis today. So we've got... There he is. Almost said Balrog, and that's not it. Blanca. Blanca. Balsam. Doing the Yoga Fire, I know I'd probably break that. Bruce Lee. Let's be honest, it's Bruce Lee, not Fei Long. And Psycho Cammy. So if you've played Super Street Fighter, you recognize all those characters. And their cards that go along with them. So there's really no storage, it's just kind of it goes in there. There's no, if you sleeve these or put them on there, it's not going to fit properly. They're just kind of holding receptacles for stuff. So if there's a storage solution, it's probably a way to go with it. I am so sad I broke that. I really am. Put this on there, put that on there. I know I didn't put the, oh, I didn't put any of these back. Jeez. Okay. Put those back in there. There, you on top. And do that. And I broke 10. Yeah, some of the stuff isn't fit in properly, and I am not trying to break any more. So I will exacto those. I will fix that and exacto those out. I bought some extra dice to go along with it, and then we have the stage report that goes. So about cost, stuff that comes with, and Kickstarter. This is the solo mode rules. KDM's already broken. You have to glue it. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oops. There we go. Here it is. Come on, open that up and let me share my window. Okay, there we go. So you should see. So the board game, which is available now for you to buy, and this is just the base game, right? 6 collectible miniatures and battle. Actually, before I do that, let me pull up the let me hide this for a second. Pull up the Kickstarter so you can see what the Kickstarter looked like when it was on. And it was a Kickstarter that happened last 2 years ago. 2 years ago? I think 2 years ago. I'll see. I'm not showing you all the Kickstarters I've backed. That's why it's hidden. You will not shame me on my stream. All right, so Street Fighter. Here it is. Okay. So let's pull that up. All right. So this was the Kickstarter that happened. That's when I got the game in May. It's December and I haven't touched it. So do that as you will. Okay, so this was the Kickstarter game that came out, and here's the campaign that was behind it. Yes, that's how much I pledged for it. So it looks like Bring This to Life last updated in August. I think it was late 2 years ago that this came out, and they've been doing updates on it. But basically, for 140 bucks, remember the game now is 150 for just the base game. For 140 bucks pledge, you get the miniature base game, you get the boss expansion, all unlocked stretch goals with additional fighter decks that came with it. And yeah, and they were saying delivery of 2019, so it was 2 years ago. So on here, they were just kind of built out. Angry Joe and his crew were like, hey, we got a great idea for a game. They came out with it. And they were saying, okay, here's what comes with it. So what's in the pledge? 140 bucks. You get these 6 fighters for that 140, and for the boss expansion, you get these 2. You get the bows, you get the cards, you get the dials, and then they started doing the stretch goal of unlocking other characters. No, you won't, Steven. No, you won't. So all stretch goals, there was work in progress. They started unlocking extra characters for the game because people were like, okay, well, there's just 6, and since they were painted, it was going to get expensive. So they started doing stretch goals because people were saying, no, we want all the characters. So you started seeing Blanca show up, Guile show up, all these different ones kind of coming in and building themselves up. You get Goken, Evil Ryu, Violent Ken, and then it's like, oh, great, thanks for doing that. And we forget our final special video and all this other stuff, and you get that, right? The stretch goal started with this walk down path of, you scroll down, you see he walked down the path of the fighter throughout, unlocking different stretch goals like Guile, UV spot on the box, power-ups. Okay, then we'll do Blanca, some more tag team tokens, E Honda, some more tokens, Dalsum, some more cards, Balrog, and they just kept going off and on until you got all of them, all the new boss challenges, Evil Ryu, the Cup, where people were like, I don't care about that, but then Violent Ken, Bison Cammy, and then all this, when it gets through, you get a special video. The game and overall, the Kickstarter made about $2 million. It made $2 million. So Angry Joe did well for himself on this one. So he was just kind of talking about how the miniatures looked, how how the game was going to break down, and it stuck really close to that. As you can see, the miniatures, instead of the flames being solid, they're now a little bit more see-through, which is fine. It just broke down the characters, the bases. Like, this is what the missile rack will look like when put together. It's not the greatest thing. Don't think this thing makes it look like it's fantastic. It's not. It's just typical. That goes down. You draw, move, fight, and then there's a rule book for the beta, and then they started getting into, okay, so add-ons. Well, if you want the fighters from Street Fighter Alpha, like Karen's, Sakura, Dan, or Rainbow Mika, here they are. Third Strike came in, then Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5 with, Nakali, Rashid, Nash, and all those. And then I got the extra dice. You can buy extra boards and extra stuff if you want, which I didn't back. And then it just kind of went through. Okay, so that was 140 bucks, right, for the Kickstarter. So for people who are like, I can get it after the Kickstarter, you can. But if the game is really good, 140 bucks. So now, Street Fighter Miniatures game from Jasco is 150 bucks just for the base game. That's it. Just for the base game. Let's see if Jasco put up, if they put up all the minis that are on here. Hey, you could get Buffy. Street Fighter. So it looks like, okay, there they are. Now available. And this is 75 bucks. So 140, and if you wanted the World Warrior one, so that is, the World Warrior pledge was everything. This was the franchise. This was every mini, every card, everything. This is the all-in. The World Warrior pledge was the all-in, so it's 280 bucks. So each one of these is 75 bucks. And remember, there were multiple ones, and each one of these are separate, right? So there are... Wow, they're even selling this as a side, too, because the stretch goals aren't really there. 12 custom miniatures and their battle decks. Okay, so this is the stretch goals. Yep, it says stretch goals on it, duh. $225 just for the stretch goals. So you see what I mean? Like, if the game is great, Kickstarter is a good thing. If the game is not great, Kickstarter is not great. But there is cost savings, right? They took a risk on it because they didn't realize how much it would cost to paint. So you kind of won out. This thing happened with Kingdom Death Monster's first printing. And we'll take a look at that in a second. But for what I just showed you on the table, for what I just showed you, which was all this stuff that came for free with the $140 pledge I did, all this comes to $225. And for the Kickstarter, $280 would have gotten you everything, not just the stretch goals. So what I just broke was part of $225, which makes me even more sad. Let's see. The alpha packs and all the other packs are probably the same price, and they just come with 4 is $75. So already you see the cost savings, right? Once again, I'm not promoting that you always do Kickstarters. Do your research, think about what you want to get, and do it. So the boss expansion, which is this one that I have, is $112.50. So it's pretty damn expensive. Like, if I did not back this Kickstarter, I would never touch. I wouldn't buy this game. I wouldn't buy it only because it's stupidly priced. But I understand why, because the minis are painted. So you're paying for that. My God, that is a lot. How much are the extra dice? $18. But the base game itself, if we can find here, is $150 for just the base game with 6 fighters. If you want to get more fighters, more decks, you got to spend more money. So all in all, I mean, I think I made out well, because the game at retail is, if you want the stretch goals, plus just the stretch goals and the base game, so that's $225 and $150, so that's $375 for just this, the base game, and all the stretch goal stuff. That's just $375. That's insane. I would not. I didn't pay $18. I paid less. Let's take a look. How much were the dice extra? Let me scroll down and see here. I don't think it was $18 I paid for the dice. I thought it was $8. $10. It was $10. I paid $10 to roll dice terribly, not 18. So I didn't pay for all that, but like I said, that's the trick with Kickstarter. You never know what's going to be good and what's not going to be good until it arrives. And so you can say, oh man, I missed out on that, but you didn't know. This game could suck. I haven't even played it yet. I have to learn the solo rules that the community had to make to see if it was worthwhile. But if you're a fan of Street Fighter and you back the Kickstarter, you made off good. You made off good. For $140, I've gotten all Street Fighter 2 miniatures and Street Fighter 2 Turbo miniatures. I'm good. I'm good. So this is how much it was on the Kickstarter that came out. Like I said, if you went for the all-in pledge, it was $280. And I was looking at the all-in pledge, and at the time I was like, $280? Nah. Which was double what I paid for, right? $140. I was like, nah. And I'm glad I didn't, actually. I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't like any of these games other than 5. I didn't like any of it. I like Street Fighter 2, and that's what I thought was fun. So, once again, for people who are like, man, that is way more, that's higher price than what the Kickstarter was, I think is because Angry Joe found that there was more cost with printing miniatures painted than he thought. And so, therefore, he was like, well, crap, it's $140, I gotta eat it. I gotta eat that cost, but I made $2 million, so it's no problem. Let me go ahead and do that. But I'll charge the proper price to get it produced now. So Jasco has it as that high. Someone is selling theirs for $320 on Marketplace, and someone's selling it on eBay for $225. But they took all the minis out and replaced them with plastic figures you'd buy from a toy store. No, I have to see this. Let's go to BGG Street Fighter. You are kidding me. Oh, people are cruel. Okay, go to Marketplace. 70 bucks. Well, 70 pounds. Opened and played once. Scenery constructed. Only 2 packs of cards opened. That seems suspect. Maybe? I don't know. The cheapest price other than that is $265. It says it comes with the boss expansion, new and shrink wrap, stretch goal box, new and shrink wrap. There you go, $265. So it's cheaper than well, it's cheaper than the all-in pledge, but it's this one for $140. So they mark up a little to make some money. But there it is. I'm not going to Facebook. I'd have to close off the screen before I go to Facebook. But this is hilarious. This is amazing. Yeah, so people are someone's selling it. The other English version, it's $275. Kickstarter expansion base game. Boss expansion, stretch goals, Street Fighter 4 character expansions with Jury, Cody, Viper, and Guy. That they're selling this one for $275. So, oh, not bad, not bad. eBay is too funny. I wonder. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that. A Street Fighter board game. Street Fighter board and okay, so let's see what we got here. So there is this one, new and unsealed for $150 plus shipping, and that's OBO. Looks like they're selling the expansion boxes or the boss box for $140. Oh, no. No. And looks like this is $350 for this. Is this the one that you were talking about? $350? Link above, the $299 one. Did I miss that? Paste it in the Discord, Tiny. Paste it in the Discord and I'll pull it up. It must be this one. Street Fighter Miniature Jasco Plus for $299. Let's see. Oh, I see what they... This is amazing. So they took out the minis from the game. They want to keep those, but they want to sell the game, so they bought the minis from... They bought like some real secondhand cheapy minis and put them in there so they could keep the minis from the board game, and then said, okay, you can have these with the game so that you can have them in there. This is yep, they popped them out. They pop everything out, all the minis are gone, and then oh, look how bad they are! Oh no! Look how bad they are! Wow, what a rip! So they're selling the game. They bought the game for the minis, and they're selling the game. That's what this is. This is fantastic. Street Fighter 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, those are just the numbers, blank of 5. 100% one cast metal. Nano metal figures. They're painted. They're painted for sure. That's amazing. Wow. What are you doing on my posting? That's weird. Look at them. They're supposed to be metal miniatures. They probably are, but yeah, no. Look at Honda's feet. Look at them. They're just like these blocks that are there. Ugh. Wow. $2.99. Free shipping, $2.99, $300. Or you could come here and pay $2.75 and actually get the game. So what are the ratings on it? Let's see. Looks like it's got a lot of ones on there. Let's see why. If it's people that actually have reasons for disliking it, or people just suck. Wow, just wow. Is amazing how this board game can capture a fighting game extremely complex our Street Fighter and streamline it. And that's December of this year that came out, so cool. I really enjoyed the execution of bringing a fighting game to the table. It's not without a few improvement areas, but it's tons of fun and easy to get people to play. It looks great on table too, no complaints from me. Okay, so that's an 8. And then people are just like, this game, low score, no reason why. Okay. Here we go. Kickstarter campaign was horrible. No respect for backers. You want to go into that a little? Okay. There were lies, surprise costs, lack of communication, lack of playtest, and reviews. Several misprints. 2 years late. Not 2 years late. Dude, have you ever backed a Kickstarter before? Not permit a full refund to backers. Okay. That kind of sucks. The first and the last with Angry Joe! Exclamation point. Furious! They refuse to change a broken character. Well, if the character arrived broken, then they should fix it. That's true, right? If I got your Kickstarter, and there are broken miniatures that I didn't break in there, you better fix them. So that sucks. That's valid. What were the lies that you were told? 2 years late. This person probably, it was the first time they did a Kickstarter. That's probably why. All right. What else? Just my opinion on what I've experienced with this game. Okay, we've got detail. This is a good review. Long time, fun and replayability. Game made fun to me during the first rounds. Plays 2, 3, 4 player tag matches, all that stuff. Game speed and downtime. The better you know your character, the faster you play. So usually a 2-player match, the third round will be twice as fast as the round 1. Okay. Some characters for sure are stronger than others in my eyes. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, I can't file a claim for that. Miniatures look really good, 9 out of 10, way better than Sundrop or just gray plastic, and it saved time for me to paint them. But at this game, it is very important that every card looks the same from the back. The cards are the actual game, not the miniatures. In my Allen Pledge 82, cards have arrived scratched on the back. I have to go through them and see. So it looks like there's some problem with quality, and the cards aren't great quality. So it's okay. Would I back Mortal Kombat? No, the game has cost me more time of replacement stuff than I actually played, and in the end, I still have a game that is 50% unplayable. The VAT issue really was a pain too. You can't help that. VAT sucks everywhere. Without it, the shipping prices would have been okay in my eyes, so hated shipping. Gotcha. Waited very long for this game, was also not a problem for me. I stopped counting the lies that Jasco wrote. Craziest nonsense was that Jasco told backers who refunded to go to Kickstarter or PayPal or Pledge Manager to reclaim their 10% fee, etc. Quote, in the end, that should lead to 100% refund. So it sounds like customer service sucked, right? We talked about customer service, which that'll kill a game. That will kill anybody buying your stuff. Customer service. You need to have your customer service on point. You need to be like Chip Theory Games or Hall & Nut Productions. Or I just found out Thunderworks Games. I was missing a card in Role Player Adventures. They had it out to me in the mail the next day. Customer service. That is super important. So this is a good review kind of saying he won't back. So this person's saying, like, I didn't hate the game. I hated everything that led up to me getting the game. And that's the reason why they won't back it. Makes sense. Yeah, this was the one that made by Angry Joe. I love Street Fighter as a kid. The miniatures in the game are amazing and really evoke the nostalgia. So everybody likes the minis. The fighters all have a recognizable style, but some seems fairly similar. The styles are more flavor than substance, with all moves falling into one of three categories of balance for balance reasons. The decisions you make are mostly dictated by the cards you draw, which makes 1v1 a little stale. A three-fighter free-for-all adds interesting decisions in movement and targeting, which makes it more dynamic. See, this is a good review, right? This isn't the lies, they hate me all. You know, this is a good review. A person who wrote a 10. I own the game and I was surprised by the passion the creators put in it. Bad reviews are due to lack of communication and long delays and high shipping costs, which is what we have been seeing, and multiple misprints. All valid points, but overall this game plays really well, and the 50% luck involved balances the game. This game will benefit from a revision in 5 years after it's played thousands of times to balance the game properly. So they're saying the game is good. The game is good. It doesn't suck. It just needs a little bit of balance work. Okay, cool. I can live with that. Who else says that? So that, you know, 1, just a 1. No reason why. Game just gets a 1. This game is a pleasure, great setup, fast games, and so open to trolling your rivals. I rated it a 7, but with those add-on apps, it's an amazing nostalgia experience. So there are apps for this game. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Initial comment during Kickstarter campaign sounds like will be brilliant. Pick up and play, filling the King of Tokyo role, but with beautiful miniatures and amazing theme. All in, can't wait. Edit, long after re-estimated delivery, but I still am and not sure how long will be. Edit, during UK delivery. Apparently should get it in a few weeks after paying. I didn't have to pay any more money for this game. So, and that might be VAT. I think that might be the VAT that came in out of it, which the Angry Joe can't help that. Yeah, I should get a 10 rating for that though. Final edit September 20th. So I put aside my pledge after arrival in UK as a birthday present and was pretty miffed. Really. After campaign and postage, Flasco, see below. However, I've been playing a few weeks now, and here are my thoughts on the whole. So this sounds like this reviewer, he or she, from Leeds in the UK, is putting aside the frustration of VAT, shipping, crisis, delays in printing because, you know, Kickstarter, and saying, okay, the minis, very nice on the whole, and many are excellent, capturing characters nicely, especially for the price of the game, so see shipping below. Anyway, however, some slightly weird faces, who cares? Boards, before that, better than many games, thick with nice, yep. Cards, not premium in terms of thickness and need sleeving, but better than many games in terms of aesthetic quality. Overall, looks great on the table, and love the huge minis as it looks like no other game I own. So, dice, da-da-da. However, the campaign they felt wasn't that great. This to me has taken the shine off the game itself and has probably clouded my judgment of game initially, hence me putting it aside. Okay. Delays happen. I get that and part and parcel of Kickstarter, but not expecting that when you're partnered with the same company from another game, Mega Man, is the first real gripe. And you can't blame that though. He was building it. He had to, if I remember his updates, he said that that he sent the finals to Capcom. Capcom wanted him to change it. He changed it. He sent it back. They wanted him to change it. He sent it back. And then when he got stuff in, it didn't look right, so he wanted to change it. So, delays. I am past people being angry about delays. As long as the game delivers within 2 years. I have a game that's out on Kickstarter right now that it's going on 5 years and it hasn't delivered yet. But it's one guy making it. The shipping and tax, UK, Flasco is where my biggest problem is. Things change, rates change, COVID, etc. They do, and I accept this, but this partly results from the delay in delivery. Brexit is not the reason for charges, as the EU was also hit. Jasco promised friendly status and wasn't clear what this meant, that is their fault. Okay? To be clear, for the game, I would have paid the overall cost during campaign or pre-delivery if I knew it was coming, but being hit with a big bill last second, fair. That sucks. Fair. That extra cost does suck. Is the reason why I don't do Black Rose Wars. I won't do anything Ludus Magnus again. Yeah. So I won't begrudge them their feeling. That's the thing. I don't want to sit here and be like, well, they're whining. They're not. This is how they feel, and they were not thrilled with how it was handled. I get it. I understand. And having to pay extra shipping because shipping lanes are shutting down, COVID crisis comes in, kills shipping, there are delays in the factory, decisions weren't made on the right time that stuff comes in. That happens. I think we're all used to that happening now. How about Ghost Star, Canje? I'm sure we'll get right. Ghost Star. Okay. I'm gonna take y'all to the go. I'll get into that in a second. So, I've given it. So it says, let's see. So overall, nice components, good game. So far the gripes have been about the campaign, the delays, the extra cost because of VAT and COVID and shipping and all that stuff. How's the gameplay, damn it? So overall, nice components, good game, but very poorly handled campaigns. Second only to Golden Bell suit. Woo! Golden Bell, woo. Ooh, that was awful. Afraid this will be my last Jasco AJ game, which is disappointing as we could have loved Mortal Kombat. But hope backers of MK are prepared to experience similar issues, as I'm not sure lessons have been learned. I really hope they have been. You see what I got highlighted? So the first start off is of this, and I'm going to break this one down. The first start off of this is I'm angry. When I got it, because I'm angry because it took long, they weren't being honest in because delays, and then I had to pay extra because of the shipping crisis. That sucked. Cool. Okay, now that so I put the game away, now that I'm not angry anymore, here is how I break this game down. Okay, the minis, cool. They look beautiful. The boards look good. The cars, not great, but they have aesthetic to them. Overall, looks great on the table, and love the huge minis as it makes the game pop. Haven't heard anything about gameplay. Dice look good. The box looks good. The game, better than I expected in terms of depth. Fun to play with some nice mechanics and captures feel of Street Fighter, especially when you pulled off big combos and counters. Here's the segment. Mistakes were made. I don't know. I guess I'll talk about what my thoughts are at the end. That is the section I care about. Right there. I care about that. I care about that right there. Because that tells me out of this experience, this is where they talk about the game. How does the game play? Is it fun? Is it worth the value? Overall, I'm really pleased with the game and it not being style over substance. So it's got style and substance. Cool. And then we get into what went wrong and what kind of annoyed me, which was all here. So overall, nice components, good game. Cool. A word about Spiral Galaxy. Yeah, I don't care about that. So there's some good reviews. I'm looking for reviews about just kind of how that breaks down, right? Let's see, we do. So all these ones are probably because of shipping and VAT and delays. I want to see a 1 saying the game is crap. That's what I'm looking for, and it doesn't seem to be there. Jasco increased the price over $100 for European backers. That sucks. That sucks butt. I hate that. I'm so sorry that happened. I'm so sorry that happened. That would make me mad too. Yeah. That would make me mad too. Because I'd be like, just refund my money. I'm not paying $100 more for the game. I was angry about paying $20 more. So all this is about shipping, extra costs. Ignore the 10-star fake reviews. They're simps. Damn. Game has been delayed by years, and then we get ambushed and blackmailed for 5 times the shipping costs. So, shipping. Okay. Lack of communication, okay. I had to refund because of them wanting us, the UE, United Emirates, to pay the VAT with no prior notice. You know, when does this probably happen? When VAT first came, like, became, it's always been there. VAT's always been there. It was there for the Caribbean. It's always been there, but when it really hit home and it became a thing, I think that's when that's where this game got stuck in that wedge. And so everybody angry about VAT and people being like, well, I don't want to pay that much for that. They probably just turned all that anger right on this game. Everyone who is seriously interested in the game should check at which time those 10 ratings were given, years before the game was released. Those are all fake in order to hype the game while it was on Kickstarter. Now the game is released, it has many flaws, and how Jasco, the publisher, is treating the debacle is disgraceful. What are the flaws? Waited over 2 years. Welcome to Kickstarter. To get in that, I have to pay $180. That is a valid anger issue. I'm mad. I'm mad for you. I'm mad for you. People who defend Jasco here are the real problem. Wow. Look at this target. I love this. People who defend Jasco here are the real problem. This game is far away from a premium board game. Poor card quality, many misprints, bonus stage parallels, and expansions come in brown cardboard box. How dare you? All of this would be acceptable if they stay true to their promise of being EU friendly, you lying sacks of... But with the ridiculous high shipping costs, and on top of that, which sums up like 110, 200... I'm sorry. It's just a game. I'm not gonna down them. I'm not gonna begrudge them and down them their rage. They're angry, and for one of the reasons is valid. One of the reasons is valid as hell, and that is having to pay extra money for a Kickstarter that you already paid for and are waiting on. Okay, so I'll move off of that. All right, so wow, people who back it are the real problem. Okay, so I'm gonna find a game to let people know what I'm talking about, what me and Tiny are talking about. Let me find it. I think I have it in my save, because every now and then I go back in and check and see if the guy's gonna troll us. Here it is. I gotta go back down to the table to do this. Here we go. This game. Ghost Star. A solo board game you won't want to play alone. Oh, great. Great. Enticing. Ghost Star is a space adventure game with elements of exploration, character development, strategy, and combat against alien entities. I'm intrigued. This game got funded for, is CA Canadian? I don't know. $63,708. I think CA is Canadian. To help bring this project to life. Yeah, Canadian. It is Canadian because it's out of Toronto. So they pledged for $9,000 for this game. $9,000 for a board game. Sus number one, and I fell for it. So I'm not gonna begrudge anybody. I fell for it. So sus number one, $9,000 for a board game. $9,000 for a board game. Something's wrong there, right? But here's the story of Breakdown in this beautiful campaign. Here's a rule book that's in Spanish for people to read too. You know, you get this exclusively solo game that's all it's for. These stretch goals that unlock these cards. Oh, and look, the game is, if you want the base game, production copy, it's $39 Canadian. Not a bad price for a board game. You know, we'll see. New dice, neoprene mat. What's in the box? All this great stuff. You get this 27 by 20-inch board, all these cubes, these cards that you get to play through, reasons to play the game. Oh, look, here's someone playing the game so you can see how it plays. This is how this game works. A full playthrough, an overview with a full playthrough of the game so you see how it works. The game exists. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. For $29 US, so 30 bucks, which is 40 bucks Canadian, you get, which is 25 pounds over here, 25 pounds. You get a copy of Ghost Star. If you pay 50 bucks, 10 bucks more, a little bit less here. That's weird. Anyway, you get this copy where you get some interesting stuff. And then there's the neoprene mat, because neoprene and beautiful. Hey, look, it's there. Download the print and play if you want. There's a print and play. It's beautiful. It's there. Wonderful. It's grand. You know, the pledge levels seem all sussed out and everything looks good. And the funding period was March of 2019 to March 25th. So even during my birthday, it was happening on. I won't tell you what my birthday is. So then, well, then the campaign ended. And woo! Do we still have hope? Hope is all we got. No update since July. And what this creator would do is this creator would post updates. So it's like people would start losing hope. And then the creator would post an update. So the creator will say, 1 more illustration down, 2 left to go. We're almost there. Any sign of when this is happening? So that was 8 months ago. I need to get a good one. Keep going on. Clearly, these art pieces are costing a lot of money if they take over a month each. How is it possible to completely ignore concerns? People are asking about. It's been quite a long time since the pledge. I'm very excited. Not sure what to make of these updates. So there are updates that are being posted every so often about, you know, heading into manufacturing, June 2021. Gonna be going into manufacturing. So, you know, here's the concept. This is what we're going with. Oh, look, a timeline of some sort to when this stuff will get shipped. I think we're past this month now. Man, first delivery estimated November 2019. I believe it if the box had the box in my hands. So it was fully fleshed out. And then it became vaporware, and the creator would post things every so often that just kind of kept getting people. I wrote the guy a heart to heart, but never got a reply. Oh, he's gone. He took his money and ran. So this is the danger of Kickstarter. Tiny fell for it. I fell for this one. This is the one that we fell for. We both went in on this by Wreck Havoc Games. Wreck Havoc Games has created 2 Kickstarter. Douglas Kerr. Oh, Douglas, he did it twice. Sweet. Oh, he canceled his funding on the first one and then did the second one. So everyone has just been like, so go start a game you won't play. 1,330 backers looks like a good number for a civil suit. Give us a game or our money. Unfortunately, Brad, when we pledge, we all agree to Kickstarter risk that nothing is guaranteed to deliver. And this is the important part that anyone who is watching this now or will watch this later needs to keep in mind. When you go to Kickstarter, and this is the reason why people like Rob from Rob's Gaming Table, people like me, people like Shut Up and Sit Down, Rolling Solo, One Stop Co-op Shop, this is the reason why if you ask anyone, hey, what's with, are you into Kickstarter? Do you get this? The number one thing that we'll always tell you is do your research first because of this simple rule. I know, right? This simple rule. When you pledge Kickstarter, you are not guaranteed anything. So that means that if at any time the creator's like, I'm done, they're done. You are out your money. So do your research before you back anything. This one was just kind of, we did our research and we kind of got hosed. Last login, August 16th, 2021. Well, it's this year. This year he logged in last. Was that when they posted his... No, that was a July update. Fantastic. So when you... This is a perfect example of Kickstarter is not the end-all, be-all. It's not the way. It's not anything to go. If you're going to back this, do the research. One, has it been sent to other reviewers to review? Somebody like One Stop, Quackalo, Rolling Solo. You know, has it been sent to them for review? If it has, look at their playthrough. Mike from One Stop Coffee Shop does a 5 and 5 every time he plays a game to give you a review of what those things look like. Check out the 5 and 5. Go through the Board Game Geek page. Doesn't make sense what's out there. For people who do live streamings, ask us. Just be like, hey, did you look at it? Rob does, from Rob's Gaming Table, does this coffee chat and Kickstarter talk where he does research and he presents it to everybody as well. So there's an abundance of information out there to tell you if this is going to work for you or not, to not get sucked into this trap. The other game that I have that I have not, that I'm waiting on, and I think this game will deliver, I really do, but we'll see. We'll see. We will see. This one. And let me pop this open. This guy. Orc Quest Warpath, the board game. I backed this. It has not been received. When did this Kickstarter start? Yeah, I did that. I did the troll all in. I did it. Yep, I did it. This was the second Kickstarter I ever backed when I got into board gaming. Second. No research. Second. So I backed, this is what I got. I got that. I did all that good stuff. It's all taken care of. I got all the buy-in, all that good stuff. Looks like last update. That's the last update. I want to know when the Kickstarter completed. I think it's, here it is. So look at the dates. Look at the dates when this thing ran. 2018. 2018. So probably not good to ask me. You're right. You're right. So 2018 was when this Kickstarter came out. It hasn't delivered yet. It hasn't delivered yet. And it's not that they are taking people for a ride. This is an unfortunate case of I went in as a developer to make a board game with a bunch of people and everybody left. So I'm working on the game myself, slowly building it piece by piece by piece. And that's what he's doing. And they promised a lot of stuff. So he had a lot of work to do. This one was 1 to 4 player. This is Orc Quest, which, you know, there's this Greedy Doom all unlock stretch goals that come with these boards, these Knoll upgrade packs. Like, look at all this stuff. All this stuff. This is the Troll All-In that I got, which came with the base game, Knoll's expansions, mini, Blood for Blood expansion, Royal Minds expansion, Death Crypt expansion, Orc Quest expansion, Wings of the Claw expansion, a Orc Quest art book, dice, stretch goals, all that other stuff came with this game, and they went in with a bunch of people to build it, and then everybody dropped out but this one guy who's working on it. So this one guy is working on this entire massive project by himself. And it's taken time. But what's cool, what's the difference between this and Ghost Star? August, June, April, March, February, December, November, doing updates on what's coming up from the front. We launched a Kickstarter request in June thinking that a few months would be enough to finalize. It didn't go that way. Cool. Succeed in delivering the game to you, so he's still talking, still saying that he's going to deliver that stuff out. We go to the comment section. This is out of 65 I've backed in the second pledge that will go null and void. You win some, you lose some. So this person's saying it's been long. It's been a long road. I lost it. But in here he says, send me the STL files. I will print my own works. restless. People are restless. Another mysterious computer problem. Yeah, he did have his computer crashed, but there, people are getting restless and scared because any updates regarding shipping, there's no production, updates every 2 months. Just doing the rounds on Kickstarter. There's one in here. He does reply to them. I know he does. But this one, he has, from his last one, his last update's in October, so he's due one this month, I think. The end of this month. But he's one guy working on all that crap that he's been going through. So I'm gonna believe Kickstarter is not a pre-order service. It is funding for a project, and as a reward for funding assistance, you get a finished product when it is finished. And refund should only occur when funding was procured in bad faith. Otherwise, you lose your investment. Bet your investment's better next time. You're probably the kind of guy demanding a refund with your stocks crash. Okay, this guy's defending him. If you don't understand the system, don't use it. I mean, kind of rude, but but like, people are getting mad. But to all backers who use the credit card to back this, you can always contact your credit card company, shut it down if you want. This guy's pissed. Send it or refund my money. Pick one. So, that's what it is. The only game I backed is ISS Vanguard. It's nice when you get emails like this from Kickstarter. I'm preparing a shipping list, but yeah. So this is another one that hasn't delivered yet. But what again? People are gonna get mad. They have that's their right as people. So my only thing to you is do your research. Make sure what you're getting is what you expect. And Aeon Trespass Odyssey's late. It was supposed to already deliver. Should I flip my table and give them ones on Board Game Geek? No. I've done my research on them, and they've already said, and they've updated and said that they're running late and they will ship it next year. Okay, I get it. I have so many board games to play, so when it gets here, it'll get here. Research, what's that? So yeah. Anyway, I've probably gone off on a tirade that y'all don't care about anymore. Just be sure to do your research when you're backing Kickstarters. People hate, I'm going to learn how to play this game solo, play it solo, and then I'm going to keep the minis. Worst case scenario, I paid $140 for an amazing set of pre-painted minis. Worst case scenario. And I think that's well worth the money because minis this size are expensive. If you get them painted, they're even more expensive. So I think I made a good value. If this game is trash, I made my money $140 easy with the mini. So I'm not mad about it. Yes, I want to see the table flip. If I haven't flipped it with my dice rolling yet, I'm not gonna flip it. Yeah, I'm going to learn how to play the solo rules, and then I will schedule a playthrough of the solo rules so we could get into it. I'm going to fix my Violent Ken mini. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife to cut the rest out so I'm not breaking stuff as I pull stuff out. And we'll see how that stuff goes. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this and my tirade on people who post angry messages because they want to post angry messages. People. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. And I will learn the game, get to it. What's coming up next? Tomorrow I'm playing Role Player Adventures. Wednesday I am learning Solo Crusade mode with Roger Deering. Thursday I'm playing Kingdom Death Monster with Steven, Barrett, Pac-Man. Friday I'm playing Gloomhaven Digital with Rob from Rob's Gaming Table. Mel's joining as well. And Kate will be there. Cynthia will not be there because Cynthia will be there. Kate won't be there this time. Cynthia wasn't there last week. So Cynthia will be there. Kate won't be there because Kate has another thing that she has to do. But Mel will be stepping in once again to play. And then Sunday I'll be playing something. I don't know what. So we'll figure it out and see. This is a week full of board gaming, right? So if you like what you see, hit like, hit subscribe. Patreon's in the description. You could find me on any of the social media platforms. Not so much on Facebook anymore. I probably might get rid of that. And that's all we got. Yeah, I gotta fix that mini. But that's all I got. So thank you so much for joining me. Insert comment here. Bye, everybody.